myself Dr. RPS Chauhan, Professor and Head Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at IMS Engineering College Ghaziabad. I am here to deliver a lecture of subject microprocessor and microcontroller. Today I am going to discuss the compare, rotate and branch control group instruction of 8085 microprocessor. So, we will start this compare instruction. The compare instruction is used to compare the 8-bit number or the content of the specified register or the content of memory with the content of the accumulator for the equality less than or greater than. During the compare operation, the microprocessor will perform the subtraction operation, but after the execution of this compare instruction, the content of source and destination will never change or will never alter. So, any 8-bit number or the content of specified register or the content of memory location is compared with the content of the accumulator for the equality less than or greater than. So, after the compare, the processor is able to identify that whether the content of the source is greater than or equal to or less than the destination value. So, here we have to check the 3 condition. If the content of the accumulator is equal to the content of register, so 0 flag is set to 1 to indicate that both the numbers, means the numbers present in the source and destinations are equal. So, 0 flag is set and carry flag is reset. In second case, when the content of the accumulator is less than the content of register, in this case 0 flag is reset, but the carry flag is set to indicate that the content of accumulator is less than the content of the register, which is specified with the instruction. And in this third case, if the content of accumulator is greater than the content of register, so in this case both 0 flag and carry flag are reset to indicate that the content of accumulator is greater than the content of the specified register. So, this way the processor will check the condition of equality less than or greater than. The general format of this instruction is CMPR. So, here this R is nothing but the specified register. In place of register R, we can use all general purpose register of microprocessor. Here I am taking example, that is CMPC. The C is nothing but the general purpose register. So, before the execution of compare or CMPC instruction, the content of accumulator is AAH and the content of C register is also AAH, means both the content, that is content of C register and the content of accumulator are equal. So, this it will satisfy the first condition, the content of accumulator is equal to the content of the specified register. So, in this case 0 flag is set to 1 to indicate that both the numbers or the content of A and C are equal. So, after the execution of this instruction, the content of source and destination will not change. So, here the content of C remains AAH, content of A remains AAH, but this 0 flag is set to 1. Before the execution of this 0 flag is reset, but after the execution 0 flag is set to reflect the result of operation to indicate that both the numbers are equal. So, this is the meaning of CMP instruction. Next instruction is CMP-M instruction. Here this M will indicate that it is a memory location. The address of this memory location is indirectly given by HL register pair. Again, here the content of the memory location and the content of accumulator is checked for the equality greater than or less than. If the content of accumulator is equal to content of memory, 0 flag is set. So, here according to the condition, the processor will identify that whether the content of the memory location or the content of accumulator is equal or less than or greater than. Here the general format of this instruction is CMP-M instruction. Here the address of this memory location is indirectly given by the HL register pair. So, H register and L register will give the address, that is 4000H. At this 4000H memory location, the content of this memory is 44H. So, it is compared with the content of accumulator, which is 55H. Since the content of accumulator is greater than the content of the memory location, it will satisfy the condition 3. So, in this case 0 flag and carry flag both are reset. So, here the 0 flag remains reset and carry flag remains reset to reflect the result of operation. So, here since this third condition is satisfied, both the flag, that is 0 flag and carry flag is reset to reflect the result of operation. Next is CPI instruction. This instruction will compare the 8-bit data specified with the instruction immediately from the content of accumulator. It is a 2-byte instruction. First byte is operation code, second byte is the 8-bit data. Here the general format of this instruction is CPI data 8-bit. Example is CPI FFH. So, here before the execution, the content of A is 55H and the content of specified data is FFH. So, here the content of accumulator is less than the specified data. So, it satisfies the first condition. So, accordingly the carry flag is set to indicate that the content of accumulator is less than the specified data, which is FFH. Next is rotate instruction. Each bit of accumulator is shifted towards left or right by 1 bit position with and without carry flag. So, during the rotate operation, each bit of accumulator is shifted towards left and right according in 1 bit position with and without carry flag. The first instruction is RLC instruction in this rotate instruction, that is RLC. The meaning of that, rotate accumulator left without carry flag. So, this is the meaning of this instruction. When this instruction is executed by microprocessor, microprocessor will rotate the content of accumulator towards left by 1 bit position without the carry flag. So, before the execution, this is the content of the accumulator. Accumulator is 8 bit register. So, D0 to D7 is the content of the accumulator. The content is 10 10 10 10 and this is the status of the carry flag. So, before the execution of this instruction. So, whenever this instruction is executed, each bit is shifted towards left by 1 bit position, and it will the D7 position bit is override the carry position bit, and the carry position bit will never shift to any bit position. So, this is the meaning of without carry flag. So, after the execution, the content of accumulator becomes 0 1 0 1, before it was 1 0 1 0, and carry flag is set to indicate that the D7 position bit is shifted and it will override the carry bit. So, this is the meaning of the rotate RLC instruction. It will rotate the content of accumulator towards left by 1 bit position without the carry flag. Next is RAL instruction, rotate accumulator left with carry. Next is RC instruction, rotate accumulator right without carry flag. So, this instruction will rotate the content of accumulator towards right by 1 bit position without the carry flag. So, this is the content of the accumulator. So, here the content of accumulator rotated towards right by 1 bit position without the carry flag. So, here the D7 position is shifted towards right to D6 position, D6 is shifted to D5 position. Similarly, D0 position bit is shifted to carry bit position, and it will override the carry bit, and this D0 is also shifted to D7 position. So, this is the meaning of the RRC instruction. So, after the execution of this instruction, the content becomes 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 and the carry bits becomes 0 because D0 position bit is shifted after the execution of the instruction. Next is RAL instruction. So, this instruction will rotate the content of accumulator towards left with carry flag. This instruction will rotate the content of accumulator with carry flag. So, here the rotation takes place through the carry flag towards left by 1 bit position. D0 position bit shifted to D1. Similarly, D1 is shifted to D2 towards left by 1 bit position, and D7 position bit is shifted to carry bit position, carry bit is shifted to D0 position. So, this is the meaning of the RAL instruction, rotate accumulator left with the carry flag. So, before the execution, the content of accumulator 10 10 10 10, after the execution the contents become 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1, and the carry flag is set because D7 position bit is 1. So, it is shifted to the carry bit position, and carry bit position is previously is 1, it is shifted to D0 position. So, it becomes 1. So, previously D0 is 0, now the D0 becomes 1. So, this is the meaning of the RAL instruction. Next instruction is RAR instruction, rotate accumulator right with carry flag. This instruction will rotate the content of accumulator towards right by 1 bit position with carry flag. So, before the execution of this instruction, the content of accumulator is 10 10 10 10 10 and the carry flag is 0. So, whenever microprocessor execute this instruction, D0 position bit is shifted to carry bit position and carry bit is shifted to D7 position bit. So, before that D7 position is 1, and after this operation the carry bit position is shifted to D7 position. So, it becomes 0. Now, the content of accumulator becomes 10 10 10 10 and carry bit, since the D0 position bit will shifted to carry bit position. So, it becomes 0. So, this is the meaning of RAL instruction. Next is CMA instruction. This instruction will complement the content of accumulator, means it will perform the logical NOT operation. So, it will invert the 0 bit by 1 bit and 1 bit by 0. So, general format of this instruction is CMA instruction. So, before the execution of this CMA instruction, the content of accumulator is 55, and after the execution of this instruction it becomes AAH. So, here 0 1 0 1 is inverted. So, it becomes 10 10 10 10. So, this is the result of operation which is stored back into the accumulator. So, this is the meaning of this CMA instruction. It will invert each bit, 0 is replaced by 1 and 1 is replaced by 0. Next instruction is CMC instruction. This instruction will complement the carry flag. So, before the execution of CMC instruction, if carry flag is reset, then after the execution of CMC instruction, the carry flag is set. So, this is the operation performed. CY is equals to the complement of the carry flag. General format of this instruction is CMC. So, before the execution, the carry flag is reset. After the execution, the carry flag is set to reflect the result of operation. So, this is the meaning of CMC instruction. It will complement the carry flag. Next instruction is STC instruction. This instruction will set the carry flag. So, carry flag is equals to 1. If the carry flag is set, it remains same. If the carry flag is reset, it is set. So, before the execution, see here the carry flag is reset. So, after the execution of STC instruction, the carry flag is set. If the carry flag is already set, so it remains set. This is the meaning of STC instruction. Next is the branch control instruction. The branch control group instruction allow the microprocessor to change the sequence of program unconditionally or conditionally. So, the processor, when the processor execute the branch control group instruction, it will change the sequence of the program, or the process will transfer the control from the current memory location to the memory location which is specified with the instruction conditionally or unconditionally. So, accordingly, the branch control group instruction includes unconditional or conditional jump instruction, unconditional or conditional call instruction, unconditional or conditional RET or return instruction, and restart instructions. So, these are the instructions or classification of instruction in the branch control group. So, whenever microprocessor execute this branch control group instruction, it will transfer the control from the current memory location to new memory location. The unconditional, the first instruction, that is nothing but the unconditional jump instruction. This instruction will change the sequence of program unconditionally from current memory location to the new memory location specified with the instruction. So, whenever microprocessor execute unconditional jump instruction, it will change the sequence of program unconditionally, means here processor will not check any condition to satisfy. The processor will transfer the control or the sequence of program from current memory location to the new memory location which is specified with the instruction unconditionally. When this instruction is executed by microprocessor, remember that whenever the microprocessor execute this instruction, the program counter PC will hold the new address of memory which is specified with the jump instruction, and it will start execution from that memory location. This is very important point which is required to remember. Whenever microprocessor execute unconditional jump instruction or conditional jump instruction, the address of the memory location which is specified with the instruction, the program counter will load or hold this address, and accordingly it will transfer or it will start execution execution of the program from that memory location. The general format of instruction, that is JMP address 16-bit. So, this is the address 16-bit which is specified with the instruction. Here the example is JMP C200H. C200H nothing but the 16-bit address which is specified with the instruction, with this jump instruction. So, this is the 16-bit address which is specified with this jump instruction. So, before the execution of this instruction, let us see the content of program counter. This program counter will hold the address of the memory location from where the microprocessor will start execution. So, before the execution, let us suppose the content of program counter is D200H. So, this is the memory location where the processor will executing the current instruction. So, and after the execution, the program, after the execution of this instruction JMP C200H, this is the address which is specified with the instruction. So, the program counter will hold this new address, that is C200H, and it will start execution from this memory location unconditionally. So, this is the meaning of this JMP C200H. This is the case before and after the execution. Before the execution of JMP instruction, the content of program counter is D200H. After the execution of JMP C200H, the content becomes program counter is holding the value, that is C200H. Let us take the example of the unconditional jump instruction. So, here the program is used to toggle the content of accumulator repeatedly. So, this program is used to toggle the each and every bit of the accumulator continuously and send this toggle bit to the output port having address FFH. So here this FFH is nothing but the output port address. So here, so in this program, this is the unconditional jump instruction which is used, the JMP 2000H. This is the memory location address, that is 2000H, 2002, 2004, 2006, 2008. These are the address where the instructions or operation code of the instructions are present. So this first instruction, this MVI A, 55H. So after the execution, A is equals to 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. So this is the value which is present into the accumulator register. So whenever this instruction is executed, microprocessor is execute this instruction, the content of accumulator is 55H. So this value is sent to the output, the port address is 5 FFH. So FF is nothing but the output port address. So after execution of this instruction, the processor will send the content of accumulator which is 55 to this output port, and it will load the new value, that is AAH. So after the execution of this instruction, MVI A, AAH, the content of accumulator is AAH, which is nothing but 10 10 10 10, and it will send this value from accumulator to output port again with the port address, having the port address FFH. So this way we can see that the content of accumulator is toggles, the 0 is replaced by 1 and 1 is replaced by 0. So this is the meaning of toggling the content or the bit of accumulator. So this program is used to toggle each and every bit of the accumulator. It will replace 0 by 1 and 1 by 0. So this way it will toggle the bit of the accumulator, and it will send this toggle bit to the output port. The output port is having address, that is FFH. So here, so this process is repeatedly means the processor will keep on toggling the each and every bit of accumulator repeatedly. So here the JMP instruction is used. So whenever microprocessor execute the JMP instruction which is present at memory location 2008H, so program counter will have this value, that is 2008. Processor will execute this instruction JMP 2000H. It will immediately load the 16-bit address which is specified with this jump instruction. So the program counter will hold this value, that is PC is equals to 2000H, and it will resume its operation from this memory location, that is 2000H. So here at 2000H, the instruction which is present, that is MVI A, 55H. So here whenever microprocessor execute this instruction, it will start execution from this location where MVI A, 55H is present, and again the processor will load the value, that is the content of accumulator becomes 55H. It will send this value to the output port having the port address FFH. Then again the processor will load the accumulator with a value, that is AAH. So the new value is loaded, again it will send to the output port having the address, that is FFH, and again it will execute the JMP instruction. When the processor will execute the JMP instruction, the program counter will load the address, that is hold the value, that is 2000H, which is the address of the next instruction or the memory location where the instruction is present. So this is the example of the jump instruction which is unconditional jump instruction. Now next is the conditional jump instruction. This instruction will change the sequence of program conditionally from current memory location to the new memory location when condition is true or satisfied. So whenever microprocessor execute this conditional jump instruction, and when the condition is true or satisfied, whenever the processor will transfer the control from the current memory location to new memory location which is specified with the conditional jump instruction. Next, when the condition is false, microprocessor execute the next instruction after the jump instruction. So here the processor will keep on checking the condition whether the condition is true or false. When the condition is true, it will transfer the control from the current memory location to the new memory location. The address of the new memory location is specified with the conditional jump instruction, and when the condition is false, the microprocessor will execute the next instruction after the jump instruction, after the conditional jump instruction. Following are the conditional jump instruction. The conditional jump instruction is totally based on the status of the flags which is present in the 8085 microprocessor. So we have carry flag, zero flag, sign flag, and the parity flag. So, according to these flags, we have the conditional jump instruction. The first instruction is JC, that is jump if carry. So, when if carry flag is set, CY is equals to set, the processor will transfer the control from the current memory location to new memory location specified with the instruction. So, here the condition is true, then the processor will transfer the control. Next is JNC instruction. So, whenever JNC instruction means jump if not carry. So, when the carry flag is reset, the processor will transfer the control from current memory location to new memory location. So, this is the case which is required to satisfy. This is the condition which is required to check. If this condition is true, then only the processor will transfer the control. Next is jump if 0. Jump if 0 means 0 flag is set to 1, then the processor will transfer the control from the current memory location to new memory location which is specified with the instruction. Next is JNZ address. If jump if not 0, if 0 flag is reset, then the processor will transfer the control from the current memory location to new memory location which is specified with the instruction. Next instruction is JP, jump if even parity. If the result or the condition is true, means if the even parity or parity flag is set to 1, then the processor will transfer the control from the current memory location to new memory location. Otherwise, it will perform the it will execute the next instruction. Next is the JPO instruction, that is jump if odd parity. So, when the parity is odd or the parity flag is reset, then the processor will transfer the control from the current memory location to new memory location. Means when this condition is satisfied, then only the processor will transfer the control from the current memory location to new memory location. Otherwise, it will execute the next instruction after the jump instruction. The next instruction is related with the sign flag. Jump if positive, positive if the number is positive or if the sign flag is reset. If the number is positive or when the condition is satisfied, then the microprocessor will transfer the control from the current memory location to new memory location. Otherwise, if the condition is false, the microprocessor execute the next instruction. Then next the instruction is JNP, jump if not positive or sign flag is reset, and if the sign flag is set. So, if the number is negative, for negative number, sign flag is set to indicate that the number is negative. So, when the condition is true or condition is satisfied, the processor will transfer the control from the current memory location to new memory location. The address is specified with the instruction. Otherwise, when the condition is false, the microprocessor execute the next instruction. So, these are the conditional jump instruction. Each time microprocessor will check the condition whether the condition is true or false. When the condition is true, depending upon the status of the carry flag, whether the carry flag is set, whether the carry flag is reset, whether 0 flag is set, whether 0 flag is reset, parity flag is set, parity flag is reset, sign flag is set or sign flag is reset. So, according to this condition, the condition is true, the processor will transfer the control from the new memory location to from the current memory location to new memory location when the condition is true, and when the condition is false, the processor will execute the next instruction. So, these are the conditional jump instruction, the example of the conditional jump instruction. So, let us see the program which is nothing but to find the square of a number 5. So, here the result is 25. So, this program is used to compute the square of a number 5. So, it will use to find the square of this number. So, the number is 5. So, here in this program, the conditional jump instruction is used. So, this is the example of conditional jump instruction, where the condition is true or satisfied, then only the processor will transfer the control from the current memory location to new memory location. Otherwise, it will not transfer the control. So, in this program, the first instruction which is present in the memory location having address 2000 H. So, next instruction will present 2002, 2004, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. So, these are the address, or we can say that the address of the memory location where the operation code or the instructions are present sequentially. The processor will execute this instruction one by one in a proper sequence. So, the first instruction will load the value 05 into the C register. So, C register becomes 05 H. So, here we need to perform the square of a number which is 5 into 5. So, here in this program the 5 is added 5 times to compute the square of a number. So, this is the logic which is applied here in this particular program. So, first instruction will load the register C with a value of 05. So, C is equals to 05. After the execution of this instruction, the content of C register is 05. Then the next instruction is MVI A comma 00H. So, after the execution of this instruction, A, the content of A is 00H. So, here each addition operation is required to in the addition will takes place with the help of the accumulator. So, here in this program the content of accumulator is 0. So, the number is added with the content of the accumulator. So, the next instruction is B register will have the value that is 05H. So, the instruction add B will add the content of the accumulator which is 00H and the content of B register, and it will store the result into the accumulator. So, after the execution of add B instruction, the content of A is equals to 05H. The next instruction will decrement the counter. So, counter becomes 04. So, when the content of C is decremented by 1, so C becomes 04. So, it will decrement the counter. The instruction JNZ 2006H will check the condition of register C whether the value of C is 0 or not. If the value of C is not 0, so this statement is true. See here the content of C is not 0. So, the statement is to jump if not 0 it is true. So, the condition is true or satisfied, the processor will transfer the control from this current memory location that is 2008H to the memory location. The address of this memory location is specified with this JNZ instruction which is 2006H. So, 2006 is nothing but the address of the memory location where add B instruction is present. So, this instruction will continuously add the value of this register A and B till the value of C becomes 00. So, when this condition is satisfied, the processor will transfer the control from the current memory location to the new memory location whose address is given by the conditional jump instruction. When the condition is false, the processor will comes out from the loop and it will execute the next instruction which is nothing but the HLT instruction. So, this is the meaning of that. When the condition is true, then only the processor will when the condition is true, then only the processor will transfer the control from the current memory location to new memory location, otherwise it will execute the next instruction after the conditional jump instruction. So, here the condition is true. So, when the condition is true means when the processor will execute this instruction, the condition is true, it will transfer the control from the memory location, because here it will check the value of C register. If the value of C register is not 0, it means that the condition is true, it will transfer the control from this memory location having address 2008H to the new memory location which is 2006H. And when the value of C becomes 00 means this condition is false, it will comes out from the loop and it will execute the next instruction. So, this is the meaning of the conditional jump instruction. So, this is the example of the conditional jump instruction. Here in this program, the program is used to calculate the square of a number 5. The logic implemented here, the number 5 is added 5 times. Here the counter C is used to set the count value which is the 5s, because we need to add the 5 times to get the square of a number. So, here each time we check the value of C register whether C is 0 or not. If the value of C register is not 0, this condition is true, the processor will transfer the control of the program from the current memory location to new memory location and it will execute the instruction. It will keep on adding the content of A register and B register, and accordingly it will place the result into the accumulator, that is A register. And when the condition of when the value of C becomes 0, then the condition is false and the processor will come out from the loop and it will execute the next instruction which is nothing but the halt instruction, and it will terminate the program. So, this is the use of the conditional jump instruction. So, before that we have seen that the unconditional jump instruction, in which the processor will not check any condition to satisfied and it will transfer the control from the current memory location to new memory location specified by the instruction. The address of the memory location is specified by the instruction unconditionally, but in this case each time the processor will check the condition whether the condition is true or not. If the condition is true, then it will transfer the control, otherwise it will execute the next instruction. That is all. Thank you very much.